Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dylan, for those that are new here, Space Cadet Crypto, and today we're going to be looking at another video on Bitcoin miners and Amara, Riot, and SOS. And before I start off with those miners, if you're interested in more updates, remember to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, but let's jump in right into the charts. As we can see here, we see Bitcoin's price action over the last couple of days following exactly to the T of my fractal that I found here just a couple of days ago. I started the fractal right around here. Like 3 or 4 days ago. We've been following this pattern. If you're new, we've been looking at the price action that's been happening, and we've been seeing the exact correlation of these drops and these rises within the price. And as we can see here, if you want to find out more info on this fractal and exactly how I got it, check out my previous episode on it, saying that it's going to be a 70K Bitcoin bull run happening in the very short term here towards the end of the month. So look that video up. It's on my channel if you want to get a more in-depth dive. But just quick recap here. We have been seeing the highs and the lows here, direct correlation with our fractal here in green with the price action. So far, we've seen moves up here, following exact same pattern. And what the most important part of this fractal that you want to take away from is how we're increasingly making higher lows throughout this whole pattern here, especially starting off here from the very bottom of the drop where this fractal starts. We see it move up and consistently making higher highs and higher lows, right? So as of right now, with our fractal pattern here, we do see Bitcoin creating some sort of symmetrical triangle right here. Some could say also an ascending triangle here with our resistance here around the 58,500 area. But we do see this price actually following the fractal exactly. And if we do match the fractal up here and break out through our target here in the next coming days here, we could see a break above in the short term at a $62,000 Bitcoin in the next week. And then by the end of May, a $70,000 Bitcoin. So this is very exciting stuff here to see, because remember, when Bitcoin rises, so do the Bitcoin miners. And we can see maybe a 2x apart from what Bitcoin is moving, 2 times more for our miners, maybe 3x as well. So because they are more volatile than Bitcoin itself too, which is a very volatile asset to begin with. So we can make a lot of profits here, putting in longs and shorts for the next coming weeks here. So without further ado, I just want to talk about also, before we get into the charts for our miners, I want to talk about just how these options that are expiring this Friday, tomorrow, are going to be coming into play and how it could affect Bitcoin's price, because we have seen a lot of fluctuation within the price of Bitcoin. If we just look back at it here, we've seen from the last week, we've seen a fluctuation of just these two patterns here. If we take a zoomed in look here, within this region of highs and lows, within trading within this region and then trading above in this region and then coming back down, trading in this region, coming back up. You see the point here that I'm trying to make is that we are trading within these levels, and so far it's been the upper 2 levels here. We haven't really gone back down in this lower level, which I don't think is going to be happening anytime soon until we get a further correction. But we do see this ascending area of higher lows happening, and we could retest this area, this trend line here, and then ultimately make our last move up till we break this resistance here on the Bitcoin chart. But we have been fluctuating within a tight range here between 58 and 55 to 53, 54. So nothing too intense right now, but we've been fluctuating within that price because this expiry date is actually could be contributing to that price fluctuation within that tight range, just like what we saw in the end of April, how options were how futures were expiring, my bad. The futures were expiring, and so that has a lot to do with the manipulation of the price with Bitcoin. Because if we see here, every time, let's zoom out a little bit, every time we had lows for Bitcoin right here, here, and here, we've seen that was all towards the end of the month because of the futures expiration dates. So these options expiration dates tomorrow can definitely have an impact. And it says here on Cointelegraph, Bitcoin bulls have $104 million advantage leading to Friday's $1.1 billion options expiry. So this is a huge amount. This is a very large amount of options expiring tomorrow. So this could also play a factor on why Bitcoin's price has been stagnating. Even though it's been going up slightly, increasing, making higher lows, it's still kind of in that range of recovery. And this has something to do with it. So if we look here, Bitcoin entirely recovered from its recent drop, and then price fall from 53,000 and move back up to 57,000. That's what I was talking about. We've been testing that 58K resistance for a while now, and you can see here the call and put options. I'm going to leave this article in the link down below if you want to take a look at it and read it a little bit more. But the point is that these options here are making a key role in the price of Bitcoin. Just like we saw in futures expiration at the end of the month, we're seeing these options also could play a huge role in the price. And once it finishes, you can expect a lot of volatility in Bitcoin's price on Friday. So after Friday, when these options expire, we can see increased volatility to the upside. I am planning on seeing, especially with the fractal that we saw a huge move to the upside. So that's just some context, some fundamental news about why Bitcoin's price has been stagnating. A lot of people are saying this is a market top, but we've been consolidating in this range, in the $50,000 range for Bitcoin, $60,000 range for almost 2-3 months now. So if this was actually a top, it would have been coming down a while ago. So the fact that we're staying up in this range and we're comfortable with the price action being that $55,000, 58,000, 60K level is showing more momentum to go to the upside. We're just consolidating for an extended period of time, just like a lot of altcoins. So with that context behind the price action, let's take a look at our Bitcoin miners for right now. So like I said in my previous video that I did yesterday, we could potentially form a double bottom here. And like we've seen so far, it looks like we are making that double bottom happen because we made a higher low. Granted, we were up here trading within this range between the $33,000 to $35,000, $33 to $35 range for Mara. We do see that, let's look at the hourly real quick. We did actually break below. So here when we started our first candle, we did have a wick down below here. We tried to retest this area to reclaim this region of 35 to 33, but ultimately could not get above this level. And we ended up breaking down here to the downside and now trading within our lower level here, which we were trading in right around here, the 22nd of April. So quite a while ago, around 2 weeks ago. So we broke down to this level and now we're trading in this area, and we did find some support here on our longer time frame right here. We found support here on our longer ascending support channel here, and also this channel that's been going up here. We found support right exactly here towards the end of it. So we do have a lot of support coming in here. That's why we found this bounce right here. We are creating that double bottom, but we still have to be careful here because Bitcoin's price can go a little bit lower before it makes that big pump tomorrow, and we could see maybe the price come back down here. But we are trading within these ranges of this low range to this middle to this high range, but we are still intact for this symmetrical triangle right here. We did have this fake out right here at the top, and then broke back into this pattern. And we also have to be on the lookout for here. We're very close, if we do break this $29 region, of creating a head and shoulders pattern here in the price for Mara. We have our first shoulder, our head, and then our second shoulder here, and our descending neckline here. So be on the lookout for that. But we did find a small bounce here today. If we look at our, let's go on the 4-hourly again. Let's zoom in more. We do see that we do have some selling volume, but it's still not a lot. Very little selling volume here, and we're still in the oversold region of the RSI. It's a good thing to see. Let's look at our EMA ribbon real quick. We are still having that continual downwards pressure from our EMA ribbon, as a lot of resistance here, also confluent with our descending resistance. So we have a lot of resistance between this $37 to $35 range, which we haven't been able to hold a lot of price action here. Only about a day or two of price action here at that range towards the top of this neckline. But if we do form that W pattern, like I said in my video below, remember, if you're not subscribed and you want to keep updated, I'm trying to make videos daily on these Bitcoin miners. We do have our neckline here, as I talked about in my last video, and our price action would be here at the $43 region, where we have another significant resistance up ahead. So we can make a nice trade right there. Yet again, not financial advice, but we do see this trading range in this area, and we found support here on this channel, right? So we're trading in this channel, couldn't find our support, ended up breaking down here, and now we're trading in this channel till we make our way back to the upside. So that's what it's looking like for Mara. If we break to the upside, our price target would be $35. If we break to the downside, we'd have support here on this channel. We'd have support here on this range. And also if we look at our EMA ribbon, our 200-day moving average, it's going to be right here in this area. Right here, we're finding support. If we look, finding support right here on this wick on the 200 EMA. So that is also a good thing to see here. But as of right now, we are at crossroads here, because if we cannot make it back into this triangle and have that nice confirmed bounce, we are going to break down to the downside here to our $27 to $25 region, and then back down here to our $17 region. But most likely $20 would be a nice price target there for shorting Mara. But nothing is confirmed just yet. We still have low volume of this breakout, so nothing has happened just yet for Mara, but we do see a potential W pattern forming if we can hold this lower, this higher low here for that W pattern breakout. So be on the lookout for that. Let's take a look at RIOT now. RIOT, yet again, still trading within this range of this descending wedge pattern. As you can see here, we made a Fibonacci retracement from the high here down to the low at around $33, and we see a lot of resistance coming in. Let's zoom in on this chart. Let's take away the EMA ribbon real quick. But we do see some high resistance at our Fibonacci retracement level at $50. But here we're finding some more support. If I just extend this a little bit out, we can find support here at $30. And we have since been rejected through this golden pocket of our bigger Fib retracement level, starting from the low here at around $16 to our high at around $79. So we do see our break of this Fibonacci retracement level at $40, $38. We cannot make our price action get above this, so we broke down here, and now we're trading within this range right here. So price target for RIOT for the downside would be $30, and then to the upside would be coming back to retest this Fibonacci golden pocket here at $39. So that's what's looking like for RIOT. Let's take a look at the EMA ribbon as well. We do see some continual downwards EMA action here. The price has flipped bearish here at 16th of April, and then since continue to push the price down here, and we're seeing not that much volume for selling as well. We still need to see some candle wicks like this, but for the most part, RIOT is still not really doing that much. It's still consolidating in this falling wedge pattern, but the price target for the upside would be $39 to $40, and downside would be $30 to $24 for RIOT. Now let's look at SOS. SOS has been doing some interesting stuff here. The other day, yesterday's video, I did confirm that we had a move to the outside of this pattern, but we have since to see more buying volume here, more green volume candles here. Let's take a look at that. And as you can see, let me just remove some of this stuff. So we can see from our Fib retracement level from the top here at $4.70 to our low here at $3.82, we did see a significant, right here, a significant area of resistance from this golden pocket here, and we have not closed any 4-hourly candles above this price. So we have seen just wicks to the upside, a lot of heads, but nothing that has confirmed broken out of this Fibonacci retracement resistance. We have since come back down to retest this area here, which was support, which was resistance, but now it's acting as support. If we can hold this area, we did see some more increased selling pressure today, but for now we are making a slightly higher low here as well. So our price hasn't reversed just yet back into this pattern, because we could see a slight fake out. And if we were to break to the downside, our next price target would be $3.26, and then our next price target would be $2.78 to test this support line right here. So that's what it's looking like for SOS. As you can see, not a lot of action happening. We did have this nice candle to the upside, almost coming back up. I think it was like 15-20% at one point, but breaking back down and now retesting this area as support for now. As we can see, it's support for now, but we still have to wait for tomorrow's price action. Remember, Bitcoin's volatility as well, but we see here some support happening just for the moment. But let's take a look at the EMA ribbon as well. and we do see just that continual pressure to the downside like we've been seeing for the last couple of days. Let's take a look at a higher time frame for SOS. As you can see, we have this indecision candle here. It's on the daily, we have a small body, and we have two huge wicks to the up and downside. It's a little bit more bearish because we do see a slightly bigger wick here than we do see this head at the top. But price target for SOS would be back here retesting this fib level retracement golden pocket at $4.40 to $4.37. Next take profit would be at $4.53, and then ultimately $4.72. But we do face, if it does make these targets and creates them as support, we could see a $5.28 SOS very soon here. We just need more volume like we saw here, buying volume here, which catapult our price from $4.22 all the way up to $6.20. So that's something that we want to see for SOS's price. But as of right now, we're still trading in this falling wedge that has since broken out. We had that confirmation retest here, but we still need to see some more volume to go to the upside and actually 100% confirm this breakout of this falling wedge. But we have been consolidating for such a long time. It is looking like a very nice pattern for a breakout very soon for SOS. But that is it for our miners. If you enjoyed this content, remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel because my channel has been growing a lot lately, and I like to just thank all of you, and I appreciate it so much that you guys are very supportive of my content. So that is it for my video. I'm going to be uploading some more altcoin videos very soon, so be on the lookout for that. And thank you very much. Peace out.